it do? It's your boy, the Hugh Cipher again, man. And today I'm gonna talk about one of my most favorite subjects, man, and that's boxing. I like talking about history and IQ, a lot of IQ stuff. I'm gonna get into deeper later, and I find it interesting. I also like the pugilistic, brutal, sport of boxing, man. But it's technically the sweet science. And what I really want to talk about right now is a lot of the stuff I've been hearing going back and forth on the internet and in the commentary about Triple G's recent demolishing of Venice Martrosoyan. I tried to pronounce that right, but y'all know what I mean. The dude with the many name. I think it's Swedish or something like that. I don't know, but Triple G dusted this dude off. Unfortunately, Canelo tested positive for the clenbuterol. He was like, yo, man, it's in the taco meat. And the thing is, a lot of people didn't believe Canelo. But the thing is, Canelo just took that hair test. And unless he gave them somebody else's hair, or there's a way for them to cheat with the hair test, or they paid somebody off, I kind of think Canelo probably really did, man, eat some bad Mexican taco meat, man. Some bad Mexican meat, man, But whatever. Hopefully him and Triple G will show down in September on Mexican Independence Day, September the 16th. But, I see a lot of people on YouTube, man. You got these super, every boxer probably has his fanatical fans. But in America, man, we really got this dynamic where white people, man, they really jump on a bandwagon for fighters who, might even just kind of look white. Because, like, Triple G is from Kazakhstan, and I think he's half Asian. But even the Kazakhstani people, they have a lot of Mongolian blood. That's, Kazakhstan is in Eastern Europe, but that was part of the Mongolian Empire. The Mongols, probably could have kept pushing all the way into Western Europe, but they had some bureaucratic problems, some destabilized, political stuff going on back in Mongolia and China, where they had their seat of power at. So that Golden Horde had to kind of turn around and solidify stuff back in their heartland. If it wasn't for that, man, they probably would have kept on pushing, man, to the Atlantic Ocean. But that's a history lesson. But the Kazakhstani people, you still see this Mongolian bloodline. A lot of them look like straight Chinese or Korean, or you see that mixture, that Eurasian, true Eurasian, European and Asian mixture. And in America, we got this whole great white hype thing. And I see how white fans in America, they adopt these white people even though they're not American. And I see a lot of the racist commentary, and I had to kind of tell this crazy lady on YouTube, in the commentary, I was like, racists always deal the race card, and then they point the finger at black people for playing it. But they're so subconsciously racist. It's so ingrained in their thinking. Don't even realize they dealt the card. And I've noticed this in life too. Like I'll be at jobs and shit, man. And like I'm conscious. Black people, we're conscious of this. And at some point, usually a white guy, man, he wants to navigate and talk about race. And it's like, if you're gonna deal the card, man, don't get mad that I played it. And usually I call it out immediately. It's like, man, you just dealt that card. You sure you want me to play it? And that's kind of what we got going on with this Triple G thing, man. Because it's like, it's obvious this was a subpar opponent. He was too small for Triple G. Triple G has been fighting these small guys. And when he gets into this is the whole thing a lot of not just black fans, but like Max Kellerman said this. That's what I told the lady. I was like, well, you calling me racist, you might as well call Max Kellerman racist, because Max Kellerman pointed it out, the fact that Triple G has really been fighting like these smaller dudes, man. And once he got in there, like with Jacobs, you go back and watch that Jacobs fight. Yeah, Jacobs outweighed him by 10 pounds, but this is what we're saying. When he fights a real middleweight, or somebody a little heavier than him, because this happens in boxing, Mayweather, when Mayweather fought Canelo, Canelo was bigger than Mayweather. Mayweather's fought a lot of dudes that have been bigger than him. I think Mariana outweighed Mayweather by at least 10 pounds or such. Might have been more than that. I got to go back and check the stats. But, this happens in boxing, because you're allowed to, you're allowed to rehydrate, as they say, after the weigh-in of the day. So they weigh in at 160, they step in the ring, 170. Matter of fact, Triple G and Jacobs both weighed in at 160. There was another weigh-in that Jacobs skipped, but Triple G had rehydrated to 170, and Jacobs had rehydrated to 180. So they both picked up weight. And the thing with Canelo, him and Canelo were more even. Canelo, like I said, Canelo was bigger than Mayweather when they fought. Canelo was a young guy, he's still young, and he's growing into his body. So now Canelo is more of a natural. I still think Canelo was more of a natural 154 pounder, but he's fighting at middleweight now. And he has superb skill. So now he gets up in there with Triple G, and they want to cry about him running. First let me say this: Triple G won that fight with Canelo, But the name of the sport is boxing. It's hit and not get hit, man. It's not caveman, rock'em sock'em, robot brawl'em. It's boxing, man. It's a sweet science. And if your boxer can't deal with a guy that's sticking him, that's sticking and moving and catching him, that's on your fighter. Because if I'm tagging you, getting points, and like I'm sidestepping you and I'm on my back foot, but then I catch you, that's on you. That's on your fighter, man. He needs to step his game up, And Triple G, he's like, I want the Mexican style. I want you to stand in front of me, man. I'm gonna stand in front of you, man. It's just, man, what? It's like, man, it's like, yo, think about boxing. Every athlete has their God-given athletic benefits that they build upon as they train and stuff. And some boxers obviously have very good chins, maybe extra thick skulls or something like that. They used to try to say that about Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. How can you just take those punches like that? Like other guys that get knocked out, far easier. And some people just got really, really good chins. Some fighters got really, really good chins, and maybe thicker skulls. I don't know. But Triple G obviously has a really superb chin. He could take shots like no other fighter that I've ever seen. But when he fights a fighter that's his size, that's maybe a little bigger than him, like Jacobs was, is like he has to respect that power. And the thing is, he didn't respect Vanez Montoya-San's power. He didn't respect Vanez's power. And so he was able to mob, and he's just able to, I've seen this guy use this word, mollywop Vanez, and Max Kellerman pointed it out. There's like a difference between when he fought Canelo and Jacobs. He had to respect their power. He couldn't just corner Canelo like that. They say Canelo ran for the fight. Well, Triple G is an expert at cutting the ring off, and he had to respect that power. So I find myself getting into these debates with people about this whole dynamic, But that's just a piece of it.